प्रेम नाम है मेरा प्रेम चोपड़ा मैं वो बला हूँ जो शीशे से पत्थर को तोड़ता हूँ I told you Mehboob Khan was a very big director named to reckon with. He said, साला मैं तुझे बोला था मैं तुझे break देने वाला हूँ. He didn't know about the norms and conditions of film industry. You got to have either the experience or the knowledge or a big crook.
Big crook.
My turning point film was Manoj Kumar's Upkar.
Would you like to share how you met PM Modi?
Parvarik relations, family relations.
Prem Chopra, welcome to CNN News 18.
Thank you, Vishal, thank you.
Sir, you were recently honored with the Lifetime Achievement Award at the Filmfare Awards. You've been awarded with many honors in the past, but do you think Filmfare trophies hold a special place because it's one of the oldest awards of the industry?
Of course, it is the most popular as well as the most prestigious award. You get the Filmfare Award, that means you have got the highest award in the film industry. Besides that, the national awards are different. But then I got three times in Filmfare Awards. One for the film Do Anjane, one in Dubai recently, 3 months ago, for the Lifetime Achievement Award. And that too, Filmfare Lifetime Achievement Award. And now this was the final award, which was really very much welcome.
But you've been also honored by other countries, right?
The Lifetime Achievement Award from everywhere, from America, London, Berlin, Italy, Norway, and Punjab में भी, Chandigarh में. I mean, God has been kind. यार, awards are coming. तो कई दफ़ा तो बोलते हैं यार कि Lifetime Achievement Award दे रहे हो तुम बाहर तो नहीं हमें इंडस्ट्री से कर रहे हैं. But that is not. But still, I'm working. God has been great.
Yes, you're working on Animal, the film
Animal,
industry. Yes. Sir, would you please like to tell us how and when you bagged your first film, Tange Wali, in the year 1955?
Oh my God, you've gone through that extent. You see, actually, I had come after the graduation here, and against the wishes of my father, was a government officer. He told me, don't go there. This is a very uncertain profession. I am from Simla. And do IAS or be a doctor. I'm ready to finance, no problem. In the meantime, when I was in college, I got involved into the dramatics. So those one of the dramas I was chosen as the best actor in the inter-collegiate competition. So that gave me a, incentive, because then I said, why not you are trying this film? Because if I'm here, I'll be doing the officer's job, or nobody is here. In Bombay, I knew nobody. I had no place to stay. But I said, I must go and try. My father said, go ahead, try. I don't want to come here alive, but go and find a job for yourself first. You are a graduate. So here I came and I thought I'd be welcome very much, but that was not so. I had to do some odd jobs to stay, possibly to stay in Bombay. And then I landed with a decent job in Times of India Circulation Department. Tange Wali has, I was, just as I entered the film industry, it was very difficult. I was a struggling actor. It was very difficult to get into the in the studio, because your best man is your watchman there. They used to bribe him and go into the studio and talk to the people. So there I had this, Kuldeep Sagar was the producer of that, and they were making this film. And they told me, it's a small role, but you do it. And in that way we'll be able to have your screen test as well. So I did that. And that picture was fortunately very, very happy. And when I went to Simla in between, people were amazed. I was amazed to know, because in Simla, small place, no, if anybody goes, they like to converse between themselves.
Okay.
भाई हमारे फिल्म इंडस्ट्री का, हमारे कॉलेज का स्टूडेंट है ये वो. Tange Wali was like that.
You were born in Lahore in the year 1935. You were born on September 23rd. Your family then moved to Ambala, and just a month before the violence began.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you have memories of growing up in Lahore and the journey from Lahore to Ambala?
You see, there, Lahore, my father, as I told you, was in a government job. So they had the whiff of this, that there's going to be some trouble. Politicians are deciding. But anyway, there are lots of people like us. We moved out of Lahore a month before. So when we came here, my father was still jobless. I mean, he was supposed to be there in the accounts department. He was accountant general's office, and we had a relative in Ambala. We stayed there for one couple of days there with them. Then we moved on to Shimla. So my entire education, I mean, छोटे छोटे जो स्कूल क्लासेस थी वो तो लाहौर में हुई तो लेकिन वो जब हुए उधर तो my schooling, my graduation took place in Shimla only.
But was there a lot of tension in the air जब लाहौर में जब
It was very, the whole place was in desert, and there were a lot of massacres. People were being killed from both sides. So it was a very sad scene, and it was very violent sort of a division of Pakistan and India between them. But the politics, you know, it happens.
What is it about Shimla that three of the big villains of Indian cinema have come from there? Amrish Puri also was from Shimla.
He was from
Anupam
Shimla.
Kher also.
He was in my college, and he was 4 years senior to me. I was in the first year, but he also got into dramatics. So we did a play together also. The play's name was Samra. Samra means Badala.
Okay.
So we love the same girl, and so we have sort of intentions with this. This is a very popular play there.
You did a few Punjabi films in the beginning of your career.
Yes, yes.
Would you like to tell us how you bagged your first feature film as a leading hero? The film was called Chaudhary Karnail Singh.
Yes. I was struggling in those days, and I used to travel by train from Borivandar, I was there, and to रंजित स्टूडियो और दादर वगैरह जहाँ भी थे प्रोड्यूसरों को मिलने चले जाते थे बीच में इंटरवल होता था लंच ब्रेक तो एक आधा घंटा लेट आ गए तो पता नहीं लगता था once I was traveling and there was one guy sitting there
in the train.
He kept on looking at me.
In the train.
Huh?
In the train.
In the train. He said, "You want to be in the films?" I yes, said, "I'm there in the films. I'm trying for that. Can you come with me to the studio? And I will introduce you to somebody." I said, "Fine." मैंने कहा चलो मिलना तो है किसी को चलो रास्ते में उसने मुझे बताया कि it's going to be a Punjabi film. I was thinking whether, but I had no choice. Beggars have no choice at that time. I said, okay, it's an experience, good experience. And there I went. Already they had tested 3 or 4 boys for the leading role. So when they saw me, they took my screen test and said, no, you are on. I was on that film. That's how I got Chaudhary Karnail Singh. And that became the biggest hit in Punjabi pictures. We got the National Award also.
Yes. Was this also the days when you were living at Usha Sadan in Kolaba?
Yes.
Where your neighbor was Jitendra and you used to travel in the same car?
Yes. Jitendra was staying in the A block, I was staying in the C block. So we were there together. And I was struggling was gone because I was working. I never gave up my job for quite some time. You'll be surprised. Many films I did. Punjabi pictures super hit ho gayi. And then lots of Punjabi pictures were offered. And I accepted quite a few of them. So, and I did some very important films. But during the job, like Shahid, Woh Kaun Thi, Teesri Manzil, Mera Saya, yes, during my job I did. I could manage to do it. It was very difficult. So, but I could manage because it was a circulation because I used to, my job was 20 days in a month out of Bombay. So certain areas were under me. But during that time, I used to come about 5 days before and after finishing my work and would try. So that is how I started getting this thing. But all these pictures, Shahid, Woh Kaun Thi and T.C. Manzil, but very big hits. And I was noticed there. I was noticed as a character actor or negative character.
So then, which was the film you think was a big turning point in your career? The
In
one you
my,
think
in
put you
my,
on the map?
yeah. You see, I was there. My turning point film was Manoj Kumar's Upkar, because we had developed a good relationship with each other. We became good friends. How I got Upkar is also a story. You see, now I was not the first choice. We were playing two brothers. I was playing the younger brother. I was not the first choice. The first choice was Rajesh Khanna. His dresses were made. He was going to shoot the next day. The next day, the set was ready. So, but when he told he was selected by the panel of producers there in those days. When he told them this role he's playing there, they objected. Last day, if you do that, we won't be able to take you as a hero. So they were very perplexed. He came to Manoj and told him, yeah, this is what is happening. He was very upset. Manoj was very upset also what to do. He immediately sent somebody because he has seen me and Shahid and all the Woh Kaun Thi, we were together. So he called me back, but I was still working. So I went to see him. I heard the story of a beautiful role, a beautiful narration of the whole script. And I have my reservations to give my job till then. But when the picture reached halfway, I had this confidence that this picture is going to do well and I wouldn't have to worry about my lodging boarding. So I did that, and surprisingly it was a super duper hit. That also won the national award. So myself and Manoj went there to get the national awards too. That's how it happened.
And
So
you resigned
I
from
never
Times of
looked
India.
back, and then the offers keep on coming.
But wasn't it after the release of Woh Kaun Thi when Mehboob Khan, who directed Mughal-e-Azam, told you that now you'll only be getting negative roles?
Yeah, that's right. I struggling days. I told you, Mehboob Khan was a very big director, name to reckon with. So I went to him as well. He looked at me. He says, "Okay." He had made Son of India after Mother India, Son of India. The one he has made it, the picture was not doing so well. He told me, "Yeah, I will give you a break, man. Like, I don't want you to do any wrong thing. So you come, what do? I say, I'm working. He says, okay, you come every day in the evening and come to see me there in the Mehboob studio. So as soon as I will get away from the job, I will come to Bandra by train and I will stay in there. He said, sit down, sir. Well, he had a different way of talking. So I used to sit there and I would watch him. He had a collage of friends and all that. They used to discuss things and gossips or something there. So he used to look at me, but then I realized that he's not keeping good health at all. Whether he'll be able to make a film or not. But in the meantime, I was offered like Woh Kaun Thi and I did that picture. I had only 4 scenes. It was a suspense picture, but I was the suspense.
Yeah.
And coincidentally, that picture was premiered in Metro Cinema, and our chief guest was Mr. Mehboob Khan.
Okay.
So he saw the picture, and next day, again coincidentally, I was shooting in his studio, but for a Punjabi film. He came on the set to meet me. He said, "Sala, मैं तुझे बोला था मैं तुझे ब्रेक देने वाला हूँ, लेकिन तूने ये वो कौन थी पिक्चर कर लिया है. Picture is a very big hit, and you played a negative character. Now तू villain ही बन जाएगा, villain बनेगा तू, बस."
And then you got married to Uma Malhotra, who is the sister of Prem Nath and Krishna Kapoor, who is Raj Kapoor's wife. Did you meet Uma ji before the marriage?
Yeah, we met each other, and there was a gap of 1 year before we decided. And Raj Kapoor was, she was the younger sister of Mrs. Raj Kapoor. And she inquired about me or whatever it is. Raj Kapoor Sahab met me also. And he told me, it's a good girl, man. Why you want to miss the opportunity? But looking to the setup of the whole family. I had to get married, I was about 33, 34 at that time. But I was already established
Yeah.
in big way.
And then you produced a film and played hero in it. The film was called Lagan, in which you were paired opposite Nutan. But the film underperformed at the box office.
Yeah, it did not do well.
But was that your attempt to do positive roles? Because
No,
nobody
I
was
was tempted. I was doing positive roles at the same time, but more of this acceptance in the negative roles. But that film, unfortunately, didn't, because my brother was he's poor chap, he died now. He was a very honest guy and a simple guy. He didn't know about the norms and conditions of film industry. You got to have either the experience or the knowledge or a big kurku. He was not neither of them.
big crook.
So neither of them.
But sir, would you like to share with us the incident where you and Jitinder gave lift to two girls and you started speaking Tamil?
This has already come to me. Yeah, but he said.
This is of course from your book that your daughter has written.
We were going with the Marine Drive and with the two girls, and we stopped the car. Just like, I said, "Do you want a lift? Please come." Says, "Yeah, well, we are going this way." So they came to they sat there, and one was a little fat and not very beautiful, but the second one was beautiful. So he told him, "You please come here, Jatinder." And the other one made me sit here. तो मैं उसको तमिल में गालियाँ निकाल रहा था. अरे what the bloody hell you mean by the इकड़म तकड़े बाय बाय कड़े कौन इकड़म या बकड़ बड़ा. वो कहता है bloody वो क्या बोल रहे हैं ये. He says that he likes very much this girl when he's sitting, and that's what he was saying. So I had to keep quiet.
Very nice. But
So
sir,
we used to have a lot of pranks with each other like that.
you know, you are not just an actor, you are an institution. I mean, your name has inspired so many filmmakers. The name of Ajay Devgan's character in All the Best was Prem Chopra. Then there are two plays, the one in Marathi which is called Prem Chopra Naam Hai Mera, and Papa Mera Prem Chopra is the Gujarati play.
I never knew that.
How do you see this influence of your work and your personality that continues to inspire creative minds?
Well, I think the people have been very kind to accept me in a very big way. And since if they had done that, I was not aware of these two plays which you told me that they had kept after my name. One play I remember they had taken my permission before doing it. I said, "Go ahead, yeah, nothing like that." So they said it. But this was something revelation to me that you're revealing. Good.
No, I'm sure there must be a comic somewhere which we don't know called Prem Chopra Naam Hai Mera. But talking about the Prem Chopra Naam Hai Mera, please tell us how you refused to work in Bobby, in which you have these iconic lines, Prem Naam Hai Mera, Prem Chopra, because you was never told by Raj Kapoor that you have a guest role.
Yeah.
Would you please like to tell us how you reducted?
It is there that he met me one day and in a party once. He says, "You have got a role for you in my picture called Bobby. I'm making film with the newcomers, my son but it is a guest appearance, special appearance." And I was already doing the parallel roles, with Dilip Saab, with the I said, "Rajiv, it's an honor to work with you. It's a great honor. And everybody is dying to work with Raj Kapoor. I would like to work, but in this you says you is a guest of special appearance. Other people may not take advantage of the situation. Okay, you did that guest appearance there, special appearance, you do it in our film also." So I said, he says, "I know nothing yet. You're doing it. That's all." I said, "If you think like this, I'm doing it too." So we did that picture. And, he was a genius.
And Premnath ji told you that
Yes.
do the film.
Yes. After when we shot this in this Pune mein. So every time I used to meet him in the party and he used to have good drinks in the evening every day. So, but one thing, even he would be drunk, and the picture was always on his mind, the picture that is on the floor. So I used to tell him, Raji, आपके साथ काम करना कुछ स्क्रिप्ट वगैरह कुछ डायलॉग जरा बताएंगे बताएंगे बताएंगे. So I went to the shooting for the film in Pune. Because now your dialogue is this, and your same dialogue you have to say all throughout the film. Prem, Naam hai Mera Prem Chopra. And then I added my also output, laughter, and that became. I was surprised. I went inside. Premnath was sitting there. I said, "Yeah, Raj Kapoor says I only know one dialogue," and he said, "This is the way I got to speak it." He said, "You don't know. When this picture is a super hit, and it's going to be a super hit film, you will be known more than anybody else in the film." It so happened, always when we went to the premiere in Delhi, we came out, the picture was very good, but the people were saying my name. So that is a surprise.
Then please tell us that journey from Kashmir to Delhi, where I think was it on the platform of Dailgouges, where the sea of people were waiting for you and you entertained them with this dialogue.
Yeah, Dailgouges, it was a fast train. I was coming to Delhi. There's no air flights in those. And I came to know station master of the next, wherever the train was not supposed to stay or stop. And he had told Prem Chopra is here, traveling in a car. तो उसमें request किया गया उधर भी करो बहुत बाकी लोगों को भी बुला लिया. So there were a lot of crowd there on the station. And then he came to request me, please come and they want to see you. So I came on the, and I got there, big noise about it. And they said, please say your dialogue the same way you did in there. So I did it, there was a lot of clapping and they loved it. So like that, the train got delayed. It was the headlines the next day that because of an actor, this picture, just the train reached late. So then that was fun.
So then apart from Prem Naam Hai Mera Prem Chopra, Nanga Nahega Kya Nichodega Kya, which are the other dialogues that your fan used to demand during your stage shows?
From Bobby, as you said, when I say my name, the other producers started giving me one-liner, which should go well to the people. So next one was Savar Kumar Tuck's film, my friend, Shotgun. You see, films were not made in isolation in those days. It used to be a group activity. We'll all get together and discuss about the scene before we face the camera. So they said, yeah, now your dialogue is मैं वो बला हूँ जो पत्थर को शीशे से तोड़ता हूँ. मैंने कहा यार इसको उल्टा कर दो तो कैसा रहेगा, वो ज़्यादा मीन लगेगा कि मैं वो बला हूँ जो शीशे से पत्थर को तोड़ता हूँ. Everybody started thinking, they said, this seems to be very good because playing a negative character in there. So that became a hit. So like that it followed like Nanga Nahega Kya, Nichodega Kya.
Very good. Also, I want to know, in those days before the climax, there always used to be a song.
They gave me some songs in so many pictures.
Yeah.
But then there's dancing was there, of course. With the Hema Malini, I did like Kitna Maza Aa Raha Hai. That became biggest hit there, Raja Jani. Like that, it used to be there.
But you enjoyed dancing?
I was enjoying dancing very, very much because but as you rightly said, when you're playing a negative character, you don't get that opportunity to do some songs or dancing. But how? It went on, and then again, now after a gap of many years, there is a change in the roles that I used to play. They're positive characters where I'm playing father, grandfather or something like this. And it is like it has become, with the advent of television and all that, the mind of the people have become emancipated. Yeah. That they accept a good performance.
Yeah.
In those days when you were playing a total negative role, it was really difficult for them to accept a positive role if Prem Chopra does it or if Farhan Saab does it.
You've done close to 17 films with Rajesh Khanna.
Yeah.
Uh,
More than
wha-
that, 19.
19 films. How was it working with him?
Well, it was a very, very great experience working with him. He was the super duper star. He was the first one who was totally alone superstar. In those days, the people used to love him very much. And there used to be, when we were doing any film, there used to be a line of producers to sign him. But when he shot me, when we were shooting these things, they were there. Anyway, it was a great experience. He was little misunderstood man.
Yeah.
He was a very nice, emotional fellow, but he had his own problems. I don't know what was there. But then when he lost his super duper stardom, he could not make an adjustment.
How?
He could not make an adjustment to do the character roles.
Okay.
People offered him the character, like Amitabh Bachchan has accepted all those sort of character roles and all that. He's not playing the hero of the pictures. But he was reluctant to do it. And he could not change his style. Now, a character actor is supposed to be a certain. Sometimes it's difficult to perform that because you're living a character. He was a great actor, he could have managed it. But after that, when this superstardom went down, he got very frustrated. And then that adjustment was not adjustment is very important in the film industry.
Back in the day, there were actors who were famous for coming late on the set. Would you please like to share any anecdote of an actor who used to arrive late on the sets and how producers dealt with it?
So there are a lot of actors. There were some of them who were very good actors, but they will come once to the set, they will finish their work and go.
मगर producers कैसे deal करते थे?
Well, they are waiting for all the entire cameras and all that are set up there, and they're waiting, and the producer is all the time sulking, and he's telling the other people, yeah, know what to do. That man doesn't come on time. So suddenly there comes an announcement that he has come. He comes, oh, आइए सर आइए आपने लंच खाया? कहते अभी नहीं, मैं 1 घंटे के बाद खाऊंगा. अच्छा तो ठीक है, या लंच के बाद करें, or you like to give the shoot now? So like that change used to be there in those days. It was not there now. Now there's more professionalism.
You were part of the film world about which we only heard gossip or legendary stories of rivalry between actors or big premieres and parties. Today, would you please like to share any anecdote, maybe of an actor who wanted to propose his heroine or a flamboyant actor way of celebrating a film success?
कहते वो हमारे there was one fellow, I won't name him. He was in love with a girl. But she used to come in a burqa. She was not an actress. She used to come in because she showed that तो उसको बोलता था, वो भोपाली था वो एक्टर, तो बोलता पर्दा नशी पर्दा उठा मेरी मोहब्बत कबूल कर जलवा दिखा. 3-4 दफ़े वो जब भी आती थी सुबह इंतज़ार करता था. He used to say the same thing. After some days it stopped coming, and then somebody told her, she asked her, somebody told her that he committed suicide because in your memory of your, she felt very disappointed. She went to the grave and he said, मेरे गुमनाम आशिक ले आई हूँ मैं तेरे मज़ार पे, पर्दा उठा दिया उससे, कर ले जी भर के दीदार मेरा. तो कब्र से आवाज़ आती है, ए अल्लाह या अल्लाह ये कैसा इंसाफ है तेरा, आज मैं पर्दे में हूँ और वो बेपर्दा है. तो ये बस शायराना चीज़ें चलती थी. And I used to write poetry also. So
yeah. Would you like to share some lines with us today जो आपने अभी recently में लिखा हो?
There I went to function. I told the whole audience, because there's some people who were quite noisy, and they were very good. So they were students. I felt very happy to see them. Then I said, लाइफ इज ए चैलेंज, फेस इट, और ज़िंदगी में कभी मायूस ना होना, और याद रखना, बुझ जाए शमा तो जल सकती है, कश्ती हदे तूफान से निकल सकती है। अरे मायूस ना होना, इरादे ना बदलना, तकदीर किसी वक्त भी बदल सकती है।
Sir, you have witnessed the rise of Amitabh Bachchan. Would you please like to talk to us about, or would like to share any memory with us about
You see,
working with
Amitabh
Big B?
Bachchan, we worked together. I mean, when he got a break, we were shooting for in Madras, one or two pictures together, but as a leading man, he was taken. I mean, he was struggling, he was ready to do any role. He was ready to do, even Manoj Kumar's picture में उसका कोई role था, and he was ready to do it. But then it didn't materialize. And then, of course, he was a great actor, but in the beginning, everybody tries to be successful. But you'll be surprised. In a couple of films, in the beginning, he was replaced.
Amitabh Bachchan.
Because they couldn't, the producer, it's a commercial business. They could not sell him as a hero. So, but he was not disappointed. He was determined that he will be there. And look where he was. He's still, from that long era of his superstardom to this time, he's still a superstar.
And you have done some very big films with him, like
Yes, very
Mard,
big, very
Trishul, Aakhri Rasta.
त्रिशूल, काला पत्थर, बहुत सी फिल्में हमने की इकट्ठे।
कैसा experience था? Was he always very disciplined like you?
He was very, very disciplined. He will reach before time, and the people who were working, like the directors and the producers, they were very conscious that we think Amitabh Bachchan is there, we should be there on time. Otherwise, the guy will be sitting there and waiting for us. And that was a great thing. There were so many people who were very disciplined, Pransab was very disciplined every time. He was the one guy who was sit on the set whether he's required for the shot or not. With his own get-up, he keep on watching. So like that, the people were involved in a big way.
Now you also have a very great equation with Manoj Kumar.
Yes.
You have done many films with him, from Woh Kaun Thi, Pooram and Paschim, Upkar to Kalyug Ki Ramayan. He's somebody who thinks visually. I mean, you look at the shot taking of Manoj Kumar, you can see there are a lot of method to the way he used to shoot his scenes.
His way of working was totally different than the others. He had a scene, complete scene, and his camera movements were like that. In those days, there were no digitals or not like that. And film bhi badi महंगी होती है Kodak की. So then he would explain the director of photography that you please come here. You put him in the zoom. I want a close up of him. The whole scene used to be in one bloody go. He will rest that scene for once or twice, but then the scene used to be off. That was his experience, and that was now accepted by many people in the film industry, and they followed his style. Manoj Kumar is very frightened of air traveling, and but he was making a film Pura Pacham. He had written the script in Pura Pacham picture. उनका क्या है London का shooting. It was very difficult for me. He was with the mention of a aeroplane. He used to get all jitters, but then he had to go. So give him some sort of a thing, medicine, and people forced him to sit on one chair, in the plane. And then that plane was going via Rome. And there he was, for all the time I was conscious. Some people have that phobia of, but in Rome, he was fly right up to London, but he got down at Rome. He said, I will go by boat to London. So that's how this happened, and what a film he made. What a film. People loved him. People loved the film, and there are many pictures were made on that basis.
You idolized Dilip Kumar. According to you, he's
I was absolutely smitten fan of that man. He was a great actor.
So then how nervous or excited were you when you shot with him?
My first film was with him was Dastan. I was on the moon. Mr. Dilip Kumar, I was working with him. And I used to always watch him like a very ardent fan on the set. Even when I was not required, I watched. He would give a shot and director would say, wonderful, wonderful. They would be clapping. He says, no, no, take one more. So his last shot was so effortless and so beautiful that it was perfect shot in those days. So that is what I learned from him.
Talking about learning, mind your own business is something that you learned from Devanand, you said,
Yes.
in the book that is written by
Yeah,
by
Mr.
your daughter.
Devanand was always, I never heard him criticizing anybody. He was just mind his own business. He would just by himself. He praise everybody else. He is trying his best to do it. He is doing it.
So then please tell us how he promised you that you will be the king in the film Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, and it turned out to be something else.
That is after Upkar, he started making inquiries about me because the people told him this is an actor who was, for that character.
In Hare Rama, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. He said, hi, Premi, how are you, man? How are you? I said, I have got so conscious, they have some better to So, no, I have come here to tell you, we're making a film in Kathmandu. The name of the film is Hare Ram, Hare Krishna. And you're going to play, and you're going to play the king in the picture, and you take whole Kathmandu. Come on, huh? Okay? I said, yes, sir, I will do that. अभी बाकी बात करने वाला था कहते नहीं अभी मैं किसी मीटिंग में जाना तो मैं जा रहा हूँ बाकी everything will be settled by my team. I said, okay, sir. So I was very excited. Devanand, Raj Kapoor, Devanand, Dilip Kumar, these are three actors. Everybody was idealizing them. So we went to Kathmandu. We had the first scene was in the casino, and there somebody there's a sort of little rift about somebody, and somebody comes and gives me a bloody slap behind me. I looked at him because I had rehearsed myself to be a king. I was method acting कर रहा था क्या तो मैंने देव साहब से बुलाया कौन है मैंने कहा आपने तो कहा था आई एम किंग ऑफ द काठमांडू दिस इज व्हाट इज इट he says don't worry don't worry देखते जाओ देखते जाओ देखते जाओ. He was a very inspiring person.
Would you like to share how you met PM Modi,
Yeah.
who was the
we
CM?
We shot Prime Minister film. After that we had a premiere, grand premiere in 2-3 premieres they had, the distributor. So Mr. Modi was the chief guest. He was the chief minister at that time of Gujarat. But he knew me because my younger brother was having some business deals with he was in a president of the pharmaceutical concern. And he said in the stage, my God, my relations with him are very parvarik relations, family relations. So after the picture, I told him, I said, how did you like it? He said, well, I've seen one prime minister here and one prime minister in Delhi. When I go home, I'm going to decide who's better. Then he left. But it never disturbed one person. That was Devanand.
Okay.
If you haven't accepted the picture, he doesn't care. He was already on the next script.
You have done 32 films in Dharmender.
32, yeah.
Dharmender was the he-man of the industry, and filmmaker wanted an equally strong nemesis opposite him.
In a cinema, you have a negative character is very important. Otherwise, it doesn't move. The film doesn't move. That's as important as the hero of the picture. So we did so many pictures together, and Dharmender was a pleasure to work with. He was a very nice gentleman, and also very good actor, very disciplined actor too. He was a nice fellow to work with.
You also worked in Hollywood films like Heartland and Honor Killing. This must be a cakewalk for you.
Yes, it was not a cakewalk, but I worked there with all those I was in England uh, just for a holiday or some picture, and then I was staying in Hilton Hotel. So producer called me up. He said, "We want you in your film." We settled the whole thing on the phone itself. He says, "Now my director will come to see you there." So director came, and director saw me. I said, "Yes, yes, I'm willing to do this role. They were pretty good." He said, "You have to come with me to the studio, Pinewood Studios." I said, "Why?" Because he says, "I don't want any hair on your head. I want it clean, clean because you're playing such sort of a character." So साहब उस वक्त बाल तो अपने जा ही रहे थे. So there were so many friends of mine who were clean shaven like Rakesh Roshan and other people also. So I was thinking whether to get it or not, but otherwise it looked very odd, no? Half the hair at the beach board. So I said, okay, let me see how it is. And then there, Baqaida, you had the Hollywood makeup men, women Muslim, they are makeup. But there, you know, nobody can get into the film industry unless until you have a degree for doing it. So very professional ones. And then they cut my hair, and I was very conscious about it when I came here. पता नहीं कैसा लग रहा है. So I went to a party on the same night. The people I knew, they said, "You look nice with this, yeah. It's better than what you were doing." So it has become a trademark then.
Which year was this, sir?
Huh?
This was which year?
This is in 90s, I think.
Talking about 90s, you know, you changed yourself with times. You worked with David Dhawan in the 90s, and then in 2000 you worked in films like Bunty Bubbly, Delhi 6 and Rocket Singh, and then in Agent Vinod in the year 2012. You have described the profession as a survival of the fittest. What is the secret of this long and uninterrupted film journey, sir?
I tell you one line. I've been very, very honest and very, very determined to be in the film industry. Even the films will be very successful, I wouldn't take my next films very lightly. Every film I did, I always used to say to myself, this is going to be my last film, so I should do the best of it. So that's how it went along, and then people kept on taking me, repeating me in their films. And then, of course, God is great.
Now, you have worked with 4 generations of Kapoor family. You, of course, related to them as well. How different was it working with Raj Kapoor to his son and now with his grandson?
I worked with Dabbu, with Rishi Kapoor, with the youngest also, and then with their wives, Babita, Nitu Singh. So, and then there's Kareena Kapoor, Ranbir, Rocket Singh Salesman of the Year, produced by Yash Chopra's film. And those pictures were big hits. So I used to have joke with them. I used to have a joke with Ranbir, that when your son is there, he's going to work with me again. You know, I did this special appearance in a film called Animal, which is going to be a very big hit.
But which Kapoor you enjoyed working the most with?
Everyone, Shami Kapoor, Shashi Kapoor, everyone I have worked with. Shami Kapoor also. They were quite jolly good fellows, but they were very talented actors, very hard-working. Of course, some of the Kapoors did not take the work so seriously.
Like?
I wouldn't like to name, but there were some of them who were, but then they were not there. You see, here it's a commercial business. If you succeed, the people come to you. If you flop, the people forget you. You see, because the hero of the picture gets the maximum credit if the picture is successful, he also gets the maximum discredit if the picture is a flop. So वो बाकी जो थे, because they were not so serious, like Chintu was so serious. Rishi Kapoor was very serious about his work. And he adjusted himself very well in character roles too.
Prem sir, if there's a film which that will be made on your life, do you think it will be called Prem Chopra, Salesman of the Year, like Rocket Singh, Salesman of the Year? In Rocket Singh, Ranbir Kapoor character was running his own business on the side, and in your real life, you were actually while you were working with Times of India, but you were trying and acting in the film.
Yes.
Right to say?
Yeah, very true, very true. My life was, I was similar things. Like when you're struggling and all that, when you're struggling, you're insecure. You feel that even if you get a break, you just don't want to give up. But if you have a job, I never gave it up because I was very insecure. If I lose the job, I'll be nowhere. Again, I have to restart from the beginning. And I had a comfortable job where I could manage myself, my boarding, lodging carefully. But there are so many actors of us who were starving, who stayed, who were in the railway platform, they had to sleep. I didn't have to do that sort of stuff.
Your daughter Rakita Nanda
Yes,
has written this book, Prem Naam Hai Mera Prem Chopra.
Yeah.
And a lot of my questions have come from this. It's a beautiful book.
My second daughter is Punita, married to Vikas Bhalla,
Actor.
singer and actor, and then he's a businessman, or he's in construction business as well. She is now, they're Canadian citizens. My second whole family, Vikas, ye, and do bachche jo hai unko iske. So she's at the moment gone to Canada with their son to give him some training there, and she herself is doing some course to keep herself busy next time when she got approved of the job. And the third one is Prerna Joshi, married to Sharman Joshi. She is an international art dealer in a big way. Now she has exhibitions. Recently, last month, she had an exhibition in Dubai. So she's everybody's working. I mean, it is not like that, but because everybody was educated, and there were offers for them in the beginning, but they were not interested.
Does your grandkids tell you that Nana is a bad man?
My two grandsons, three of them, but those chotas, so they used to say, hey, yeah, there's your Nana when you see when you see the old picture. This is your Nana. I said, don't talk bullshit. He said, why do you say that? I said, that man has got full hair. Nana is bald. So that's a...
Sure. Sir, you have famously said that put an actor in a room with pots full of money, he will die of suffocation.
Yes.
You said an actor needs to work in order to live. This was, of course, your answer to the question about retirement. Is this your life mantra as well, sir?
I would like to be there in the profession as soon as I'm accepted. But then because of age, so many things come your way. But I'm doing it. I'm doing some pictures like you said, Animal, I did latest film, then another film directed by Vivek Agnihotri. So there have been some offers, but there have been offers which are not up to the mark for my character. I want good characters. Let's see how things go. If they're good characters, I'll keep on doing it.
Prem Chopra, looking forward to many more characters that you're going to play.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much for your time and best of luck.
Thank you. My pleasure. It has been great talking to you.
Thank you, sir.